Got a wild turtle here. What we gonna name him? Jamaica? Like I named my other turtle?
No.
Is it a he or she?
It's a he.
Yeah, it's a he.
Yeah, I picked him up. Say hi. Probably gonna bite you. See, he tried to bite you. His water too cold. He gonna need some warmer water.
I'm having him.
Of course, I had to stop and refuel. And this episode of Direct Edition is brought to you by everybody's favorite, my fake Darth Maul from China. All right, let's get back into the previews video. Be sure to check out my latest videos. One is the God of Comics. One of the old school ones is Dragon Con. And another one is Lord of War, where you can enter into my contest because we only have a week left. You girls and guys be safe out there, and I will catch you later. Peace. Hey, what's up, comic book peeps? Welcome to another episode of Direct Edition, the China Spread Hall Direct Edition, man. And on my next video that I got coming up, don't know what the name of that's going to be. But on this video, previews, I was able to go to my dojo, the place that I love so much. I was able to go to Dave's Comics. And when I went to Dave's Comics, I actually caught up on a lot of my preview books. I know you guys probably look at the preview books and you're like, yeah, I'll read them and then throw them in the corner. But I actually collect previews like I collect comic books. I actually have a whole box full of previews and free comic book day stuff. I really do. You want to see it? All right, I might as well show it to you. Okay, peeps, and this is my free comic book day / preview box. As you can see, I got a lot of free comic book days. I try to get doubles of everything. This is one I sent to my boy Blucker's videos. I have 2 of them, so you know what I'm saying. Shout out to Comic Book Window. He definitely loves Street Fighter. You know, Mr. Rigor Mortis actually gave him that name, Comic Book Window. You know, so I do keep stuff like this, like even, you know, stuff like you guys will probably take home and just throw away, but I actually love my previews. I actually bag and board them, the sagas and stuff like that. And the funny thing is, peeps, the funny thing is when you actually take them and later on you eBay some of this stuff, it'd actually be worth like some money. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't think like just because it's free, it's not going to be worth anything, especially, you know, free comic book day stuff. It's always worth something. I could show you a couple of them that's worth something. I really didn't want to go through all that in the video, but you know what? Let me prove my point. And here's one of them that's worth something. This is Batman the Endgame free comic book day, Batman versus Justice League. This one actually ended up being worth a little bit of money. And you guys know, I'm sure some of you guys know some of those free comic book days are first appearance. Like I think the first appearance of Simon Baz is actually in free comic book day. Simon Baz being what is he? I think he's like Hispanic. He's the Hispanic, but he looks black. He's a black Latino, sorry. But he's a black Latino Green Lantern. His is in the free comic book day. So don't dish your free comic book day or your free stuff. Always collect them. Okay, I just had to show you one more because this Suicide Squad is actually worth like $10 to $15. Very cool. Definitely love my free comic book day stuff, especially with Shark King in the back. I actually have his first appearance, which is in Superboy. Okay, peeps, and this is some of the looks at some of your free previews. First one is Amazing Spider-Man, the Alien Invasion. Very cool Spider-Man gallery on the front. Everybody's animal themed. You have Spider-Man, who's a spider. You have Lizard, who's a lizard. And you have Rhino, who's a rhino. And you also have Kraven the Hunter, who's known for hunting all of them. And then the next one, you have Infinity Countdown with Arthur Adams cover. Very cool cover. Obviously, you can tell it's pretty old because, you know, that happened a while ago, I think, when Wolverine came back with the Infinity Stone. You have one of your main events from your last video, God of Comic Books. That's the first appearance of Spot. Shout out to my boy Timothy, the Canadian Hunter. Really love that guy. Really love his channel. Saw that guy go from making videos with no sound to him talking. And Timothy, you know what I'm saying? You have a very comforting way that you present your stuff. So very cool. Shout out to my boy Tat Comics too. I definitely love Tat. This is Iron Man #1. I guess Tony Stark is back. Reeve, she's still probably like an Iron Man, but they're probably gonna name her something else. And this is a book. This is a book that I'm very interested in. This is Coyotes, and I've been seeing this artwork, and I've been seeing like this stuff in some of you guys' videos. I think I seen it in my boy Samuel Trejo's video, but I haven't gotten around to picking them up because most of my comic book shops are very, very mainstream. And I would definitely love to get some Coyote and actually read it. So very cool. I definitely love characters, strong female characters, and probably your main event is going to be all strong female characters because I just love strong female characters like Coyotes. Your next one is going to be Avengers, the Earth's Mightiest Heroes Avengers. Very cool cover. Definitely love my girl She-Hulk. Definitely love Thor, Captain America, Black Panther, Captain Marvel. I see Ghost Rider. Wow, Ghost Rider is an Avenger now. And you also have, excuse me, my boy, Stephen Strange. All right, so here's a cool look at the front of the books. And here's a very cool look at the back of the books. Let's see, we got Amazing Spider-Man numbers 797. 797, really not getting the whole Red Goblin thing. I mean, I think he's a cool character. But I'm one of the ones that kind of waited out. I'm an OG of the comic book game. I don't get caught up in a lot of newer hypes like newsstand variant and direct edition variant. I went through the comic book crunch and I seen my comic books go from worth 30 to 50 cents now back up to 30. So I don't get caught up in the hype of like you know Harry Osborn being born and that his first appearance now goes up, or you see Thor's hammer in the Thor movie, the what is that, the Beta Ray Bill one that he has, Stormbreaker. Uh, in the movie now is worth, the book is going up in price. I'm not that type of dude. I'm not into stocks and bonds. I'm more into waiting it out, finding it for cheap. And when I find it for cheap, it's all money. You know what I'm saying? If I find, the first appearance for Spot for $1, it's all money after that. So I'm one of those old school collectors. Sorry for rambling, but the next one is Infinity War Prime #1. That is a very cool cover. You know what? That kind of looks like Star Wars. Are they trying to do like a Star Wars Infinity War? It makes sense. Kind of Star Wars ish. And then you got my boy Thor, who me and Comic Book Window always argue over. We argue over him and we argue over Captain America. I used to tell Comic Book Window Thor and Captain America are very cool. He used to be like, Captain America is this big blue Boy Scout. He always does the right thing. And he hated Thor because Thor speaks in the King James Version tongue, thou and thus. And I get where he's coming from, but I've still always been a huge Marvel head from a baby. So, we will argue about that. And now Comic Book Window has come around and he definitely loves Thor, God of Thunder. We had a big discussion about that. He said that's one of the best books he ever read. And he also is having a lot of respect for Captain America because now Captain America is a real soldier and he really kicks butt. So the next one is May Volume 1, very indie. Shout out to my boy Paulo Costa, who always gets on me about my indie runs and make sure I keep something indie in my video. And the last one we have is, what is that? Oh, the Fantastic Four is back. But it's more than four. Okay, we got Ben Grimm, we got Susan Storm, Mr. Fantastic, and we have uh, Johnny Storm. Who's the other two? Is that Franklin Richards and his sister? I have no idea. But there's some of your previews, and they're very cool. So let's get into some more stuff. Comic book peeps. Comic book peeps. I picked up this Venomized #1 kind of like a poster. And when I tell you this is very cool, I actually went, we're going to say it together, 17K Leonard Hutchins. Let's say it together. I went ape nuts and I giggled like a dolphin when I saw this because it's very cool for free. So here's a cool look at the front of it with Venom, Spider-Man, Captain America. I see Vision down there. I see Thor. Very cool. So Marvel Universe has been poisoned and Venom is the antidote. So there's a very cool look at the front of the poster. And here's a very cool look at the back of the poster. I always, when I see stuff like this with movies or comic books, I'm like, hey, Fred, if you're a real collector, you at least have to have one. And that's the only thing that I do have. I only have one. And the one that I do have is actually this one by Eddie Brock. You know what I'm saying? When I saw that Eddie Brock was back, I definitely had to pick it up. And I missed it the first like couple of weeks, but then they restocked the shelves with the same comic book and I actually ended up picking it up. So I'm very glad to have that one, at least in my collection. The Eddie Brock is back. But definitely very cool. So it's 30 years that Venom's been out? 30 years since Spider-Man, 300 or something like that? I love these covers. Probably my favorite cover out of all these Venom covers would be #6. That is a very cool Venom cover. Definitely love that. So here's a very cool look at the back of the Venom 30th anniversary poster. Hey, and here's a cool look at the inside of the poster. Wow, Web of Venom. Wow, it's just showing different books or different like stuff that happened. You know, you have the Venom verse. Let me get close so you guys can see it. There's a Venom verse. There's a Lethal Protector. Edge of Venom verse. That is Venom Pool or Deadpool is Venom. Let's scroll on down. What do you have here? Return of the Eddie Brock. That's the issue that I was telling you that I had. What is this one? And this is after bonding with the Venom Homecoming, like Spider-Man Homecoming. What's this one? Interdimensional Adventures. I guess that's Venom Space Knight. I'm not sure, but I see Gwenpool, which I love. And what's this one over here? This is Poison X. Very cool. Is that freaking Doctor Strange? Let me get up off my seat. That's not Doctor Strange, but anyway. So very, very, very happy to go to Dave's Comics and pick up a bunch of my free stuff along with some of the cool books that I have. And yeah, there you have it. So very cool, man. I wish I would have got 2 Venomized #1s. I definitely would have sent it out to some of my comic book peeps, anybody on my channel, you know. But I only was able to pick up one. I should have grabbed 2. All right, let's keep going. Okay, comic book peeps, I had to go off site to show you this very cool poster that I got. It's a Michael Turner poster. I actually picked up 2, so you know one is actually going to go to my comic book peeps. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I get a chance, I'm gonna go ahead and send it out to one of you guys. But this is Aspen Comics, available here. Discover New Worlds. You know, my boy Michael Turner passed of was it leukemia? I think it was like leukemia. I don't think it was cancer. It might have been. I think it was leukemia. But 15 Years of Aspen, and I've actually ran into his partner that he used to run with at Dragon Con. And next time I run into him, I'm actually going to get a commission piece. But very cool poster, man. You have Fathom, you know what I'm saying, and some other characters, and very cool, man. Definitely like that they still have a lot of Michael Turner artwork. He must have been doing like a lot of artwork once he was diagnosed because he's still coming out with covers, which is very cool. He's like the comic book Tupac. So very cool. Comic book Tupac. And so we're at the point of the video where you asked me Fred Hall Direct Edition, where are you reading right now? And this is actually what I'm reading right now. This is a breakdown of the Infinity Stones. You have the Mind Stone, the Soul Stone, the Reality Stone, Power Stone, Space, and Time. And it's a very cool concept. I've always liked the Infinity Stones. I've always thought Thanos was cool. And this is just a small little poster that I picked up from Dave's Comics. If you allow my 60 fingers to interrupt your video. It has the same cover as this, but it's actually like a small poster that actually breaks down the Infinity Stones. Excuse me. And then, of course, Marvel has to tell you each one that you have to get to follow the um, new Infinity War concept. But this is actually what I'm reading right now. A small little poster that I picked up for free. Time and Space Stones. Very cool. All right, let's get into some main events. All right, so your first main event is called Adija Thoris. And I actually, wow, man, this is up there with the Sheena 25-cent issue. Sheena, the Queen of the Jungle or the Jungle Devil, whatever it is. But definitely, man, I have to find another copy of this because I love this front cover. It actually looks like, what's his name? Adam Hughes. Look at this. Look at this comic book, peeps. Dynamite definitely knows how to find artists to draw their women. So when I saw this, I actually like, I'm saying definitely had to pick it up for 25 cents. And just because 25 cents doesn't mean it can't be a main event because why do we collect? We collect for the love of it, not for the monetary value. That comes second. But definitely love my strong female characters, and I thought this is very cool. So there you have it. Okay, comic book peeps. Sometimes you see stuff in like previews or like you see stuff in other channels and you see stuff like everywhere. Well, this Black Spider-Man and Black Cat I've seen everywhere. And I'm a huge fan of Terry Dotson and Rachel Dotson. Rachel Dotson is actually must be his wife, and she does like the inking. Well, Terry Dotson actually does the actual artwork. But this Black Cat cover I've seen everywhere, and I've always wanted to run up on it and buy it. And when I saw the opportunity to get it for just $3, I jumped all over it. So this is your second main event, and possibly, I'm just gonna give you one more main event of a strong woman character. But this is your second main event, and I've always wanted this in my collection. I've always seen it everywhere. So when I saw it for $3, I jumped all over it. Beautiful Black Cat cover, and I definitely love how they're letting Black Cat be like a female mafia. She's like Griselda Blondone, who is considered the Black Widow. If you never heard of Griselda Blondone, look her up. She was over the whole Medellin cartel. She was actually over Pablo Escobar. That's how powerful she was. And it seems like that's the way they're going with Black Cat. So very cool. Definitely love Terry Dotson. And yeah, I'm going to give you one more main event. Strong female. You ready? All right, let's do it. Okay, comic book peeps. This is Sensational She-Hulk number 44. And before you say I'm coming at you, Lefty, let me explain why telling you this is a main event. First of all, Deadpool is not the first comic book character to break the fourth wall. That is the Sensational She-Hulk. She's a beast. But the reason why this issue is actually a collector's issue is because it's an early appearance of Rocket Raccoon. So this book is easily $5, and for some reason, it's actually like gaining momentum. So when I saw it, I wanted to buy 2 to 3 copies of it, but I was told I can only buy 1 copy of it, so that's very jacked up. It was actually $8 on Dave's Comics wall books, but in his actual short boxes, he had it for $3. So I'm not stupid. I went in the box and bought this one for $3. And like I said, I'll end up getting another copy somewhere, probably second at Charles for $1, because this one is flying under the radar. But it's actually gaining momentum because it's the first one of the earliest appearance of Rocket Raccoon. So very cool, and definitely love She-Hulk. All right, all right. And so once again, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Direct Edition. The channel is Fred Hall Direct Edition. Got you guys. I got everybody written down who entered into contest. If you did a video and didn't tell me, make sure you tell me down in the comments because I definitely don't want you to be left out. I will catch you girls and guys later. Remember, words of wisdom. Focus on the ones that show you love and on the ones that don't show you love. Hey, we're just going to keep on rolling without them. You girls and guys be safe out there. Peace.